This is a HeadGum podcast.
That took too long. I never want to do that again. It made me upset and put me in a bad mood.
Oh, did you start already?
I started the podcast after trying to figure out this setup that I've been doing for about a year straight. It took me about a whole 30 minutes.
That's the longest technical difficulties we've ever had.
And now I'm in a bad mood, and I need to shake it somehow. I need to calm myself and calm my emotions.
I'm pissed off because my iPad just turned itself off.
I think
I
think my issues are more important than any other issues in the entire world. So I'd like you to focus on mine.
Okay.
I want to soothe my.
I'm proud.
You know, just fuck. God damn, fucking running around all day. Fucking music videos stressing me out and shit. Just putting all my eggs in one damn basket, you know? One basket. You see the audio levels? They still look low. And I'm not sure how to fix that. And I'm not going to fiddle around with this thing anymore. All right? I'm done finessing. Why can't the world just come finesse me for 1 second? Huh? Why?
Do you feel better?
No, I don't. But, you know, we're going to move past it because that's what you have to do in life. Do you see what I have to do?
Yeah.
I should have prepped this before.
Uh-huh.
But I'm going to fucking wing it.
I wish people could just see you stumbling
I just
around.
Fucking wish this would stay. Like, that would be a nice way.
Darren, there's something else going on, and you got to tell me.
There's nothing else going on. I had to do a lot of... You know when you have to run around a lot for something?
Yeah.
And that's the worst part of making videos? Like running around to do errands prior to making the video? Do you have to do a lot of that?
Absolutely. Yeah, I've learned to enjoy it, but yeah.
Like, I had... Oh, fuck you. All right. I had to location scout. And that's like... That's not something I'm good at because I'm just like, let's go show up and shoot this shit.
Yeah.
And now I have to, like, take steps because, you know, sometimes when you put a lot of money into something, you got to make sure it's good and you got to plan things. I'm not one to plan, all right? I'm more one to just, like, let's get out there and do it, which is obviously not the good thing. And, like, I think if you plan it, it'll come out better. But fuck. It's just like...
Where did you end up? Oh, well, I guess you don't want to say what the location is yet.
No, fine. I mean, I'm scouting in Venice.
Oh, that's a nice place.
But, like, there's a lot of restrictions.
It's better in Grand Theft Auto, but it's still cool.
And we're doing it without permits.
Yeah.
So that, you know, there's just a lot of things that people are shooting in LA all the time. All right, so you gotta
everywhere. But you'd be surprised how much you can get away with doing.
This isn't making me happy.
Oh, dude, like, don't worry about it. This is like so, like, block this out. You know when you, like, are on shrooms and I remember you guys telling me that, like, you could block a lot of things out. You were so focused.
Well, it's more like those things don't matter. You're not intentionally trying to block the things out. They are just blocked out.
It's hyper-focus. Hyper-focus out of this.
Man, well, I should do an episode of the podcast on shrooms. What if
I would fucking love for you to do that. I would love for you to do that.
It would be like 7 hours long.
Oh my God.
I think I should try that.
Love for you to do that.
Now, do we say that I'm on shrooms?
I don't think it would be obvious. If you get past the whole beginning part,
the scary part, the monsters coming out.
I've only witnessed all my friends doing shrooms twice. So how it goes is you guys do it, and then
yeah, it hits you in waves.
Yeah,
because the first part, after like about 30 to 45 minutes, it's very much like, oh, too much is going on right now. Yeah. The walls are moving.
But the things that you guys start describing are very interesting.
Yeah.
And it's not, I thought that it was hallucinations like you're in a cartoon world, but it's more simple things like that over there is swirly.
Yeah, I think acid is more like that, but I've never done that because that's scary. But yeah, it's not, you're not going to see like a Mickey Mouse creature hanging around in your closet. But, you know, things are...
A Mickey Mouse creature.
Yeah.
Thank God for that image.
I had a friend that was on mushrooms, and he went to go use the phone, which is never a smart thing.
Oh, boy.
And at my old place, there was a dog walk. And back in the dog walk...
I missed the dog walk.
Back in the dog walk, very dark at nighttime.
Very dark. Pitch black dark.
He said while he was on the phone, he looked at the dog walk, and he said there was a Mickey Mouse monster in the shadows. So he had a bad trip, and it wasn't a good time. Luckily, I've never had a bad trip. I've had a scary...
I like how you went and got a Mickey Mouse tattoo just to fuck with it.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Because you got to rub things in his face. Because he's that kind of guy, you know what I mean?
Sometimes I get Final Destination thoughts.
Like what?
Okay, can I tell you some real creepy shit? Like, this is, like, you don't even want to hear the, like,
Yeah.
fucked up thing that got in my head.
Uh-huh.
What if one day he dies because you elbow him in the face?
But it correlates back to the Mickey Mouse.
is out to get him, that fucking
I knew
bastard.
Walt Disney was up to some evil shit.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
he's trying to act like his family back in the day didn't have slaves. Like, come on.
I mean, he looks like no. Walt is a saint.
Come on. It's all about progress, man. And progression.
I mean, one of his first rides, Black Guys on a Boat, didn't go well.
I fucking loved Black Guys on a Boat.
Me
I
too.
didn't personally get to ride it, but my great-great-grandfather rode
Yeah.
it. Actually, I don't know when Disneyland
You know what,
opened.
dude? I bet you by the time that, like, Steve is dying, Disneyland will have figured it out so you could ride all the old rides.
Do you know
virtually?
You know when Disneyland first opened, it was only like if you got let's say you got I don't remember what the exact verbiage was, but if you got like a ticket to Section A, you can only go to a certain part of the park.
Yeah.
I think it was my aunt that was telling me about it. I don't know how old Disneyland is, but it used to be way different.
I watched a documentary on it with Steve once, and it told me everything. And yeah,
Any secrets?
no secrets. All it's public information. But the movie is mostly old white guys that are like, you know what? I just did whatever Walt Disney told me to, and then it happened.
He had to be a dick.
I feel like, how is it possible to not be having such specific things that you want?
Well, like his ideas were so grandiose and like
so grandiose,
so specific, and so innovated that I feel like he had to be some kind of like he had to be a monster in his normal life.
But I feel like he also he got his employees to love him, because after he died, like, you know, people usually say a lot of nice things after someone dies.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's not sincere, it'll go away after a while. Like, all those people, like, hail him forever.
Right, when anybody dies, regardless if they're a celebrity or just a simpleton, a norm, people are like, "Oh, he was my best friend."
Yeah.
Oh, he was the best. He helped me move.
I knew him the best. The person crying the most at your funeral is not your real fucking
He
friend.
helped me move.
He helped me move, yeah.
But like, you know, after about 6 months, you don't really hear that much chatter about that person. Not all people, but you know, the bad ones. But people are still talking about Walt Disney, maybe because he has one of the happiest places on earth. If only he knew what Disneyland looked like now.
I hope that he definitely shit his pants
In a good way.
in a very good way, because like it's a completely different place. And if he
Bring it a little closer.
and if he also found out about the lore of the place, I mean, like what it has become now, like how people,
He might be sad though because it's so commercialized.
yeah,
Because I mean, it is his idea, fucking times a million.
Yeah.
But also part of that is like,
and actually not even
like how they're taking out fucking Tower of Terror. It's not like it's like fucking Indiana Jones. It's been there forever, but it's like that ride is amazing. They're replacing it with like Guardians of the Galaxy or Star Wars.
What are they replacing?
I think Guardians of the Galaxy.
Indiana Jones?
No,
Oh.
Tower of Terror.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
And it's slowly gonna happen. Like, I fucking dread the day that they remove Pirates of the Caribbean for like a goddamn superhero snack
know,
bar.
I
But like, it's
know.
also not something I would be shocked. I would be like, yep, that sounds about right.
But the thing is, the thing that they make is still going to be really cool. But it is also that I see what you're saying is we're losing that originality.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to me, my favorite thing at Disneyland is the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. One of my happiest memories of my life, I will be remembering it on my deathbed, is being on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride in the front row because Darren manned up and asked me, you, and Maureen, me sitting in the middle.
Was that me, you, and Maureen?
Yeah.
Fuck, man, I don't remember that.
Yeah. What the fuck? You don't remember us going to fucking Disneyland?
I thought it was with Steve.
The trifecta, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a fun time.
Yeah, just one of my happy memories, whatever. But that ride is not anything. It became a movie later, but I believe that just came off.
Right, but
I mean,
that's
it's probably
the
from a book.
thing now is they only make rides
Yeah.
about movies.
Yeah, about
it's no
movies.
longer just original ideas. Same with like fucking Hollywood. It's all about fucking past things. But it's
I
also
feel like we're gonna get out of that though.
it's the reason why like I mean this isn't
We're seeing the bust right now.
this isn't what I'm trying to say isn't about entertainment. But like the reason why I love New York and I feel like LA is kind of even though I'm sure people are gonna fucking correct me. I feel like New York is so like there's so many places that have been there for years. There's so much history and culture there, and then you go to LA, and everywhere is just a new apartment building, or a fucking new Target. And there's like the culture is dwindling, and it's like, what the fuck is going on?
I've been looking at LA from the outside recently because I recently was like, fuck LA, and then I had to really think about it.
So you like drive out to Bakersfield and local binoculars? How do you look from the outside in?
Like I'm in my body, but I take it from an outsider's perspective.
Okay.
And
Google Maps,
Google World. I remember when that shit came out in middle school.
Everyone was like, ah! You can see the shit.
Okay, but like I'm okay, fuck it, never mind. But I've been looking at LA from an outside perspective, and what's cool about LA is that the type of people here like are so weird. People in New York are really weird. People in the Bay are really weird. All these other towns are pretty much normal. But people in LA are weird because everybody here is so fake because they have to be.
What do you mean?
Like some people really love this shit. Like some people really like, you go to these parties and you say, hi, I'm a big ass fake ass piece of shit. But
I'm also a big fake ass piece of shit.
But he's also like, I'm really, really successful. It's like some people like that's like their art.
Being fake?
Yeah. I mean, that's just what we like people, out in the valley are like, people in LA are fake. But people who out there who are like very successful yet. So they lack humanity is the best way I could say it. There are a lot of people in LA that lack humanity. They've taken it all away for their craft and performing.
Do you think that there's very successful people who are very much a human being?
Yeah.
And really? How do you think they do that?
I mean, they just do it. I mean, I think there are a lot of people who fake their way into it. And I just, from where I'm at right now, I mean, a lot of those. I hope that in the layer above, that there's like people are like, oh, I'm actually a normal person.
And I go to Runyon Canyon as well.
And I think, but
I think we should start going to Runyon Canyon.
I agree
because I see a lot of people posting on Instagram that's the spot. I've been there a few times. Let me tell you, it's hard and hot, and I don't like it that much.
Oh, not right now. We can't go for like 6 months.
Oh, it's like 110. That's when no one's out there, so you should be out there.
Like, what? Yeah, I'm into that. I like to do things.
William Haynes likes to do things. Everybody, please give him a moment.
Yeah, I'm good.
So you talked to Hilary Clinton today? Did you tell her ha ha ha, Donald Trump is gonna win?
No, I had a real talk with Hilary.
Did you say if you fucking lose to a reality star, that's an embarrassment? Did you say that?
Oh my god, what the fuck?
I would have.
That would be really embarrassing.
Yeah,
and a black guy. Shit. No. So I realized something right before we started the podcast. So I was in there, and I was in this room full of a bunch of people, a bunch of different creators. The waiting room after we get screened and go through the pink carpet, and we're sitting in the room to wait to go into another room on another floor to go see Hilary Clinton.
Is it like a courthouse?
No, it's like this building, super high security,
like a government building.
Before we went to a room, we had to go to a room. It had nice treats and all that. It was actually very nice, but it was just very high security.
How big are we talking? Is this place?
This place is like
at the size of SourceFed, or is it like?
Well, there was at least 200 or 300 people in this room.
Okay.
Not in this room. In the final room, 200 or 300 people. In my room, where the creators was probably like 50, maybe.
So you have to go through multiple rooms to get to the Hilary.
Only 2, yeah.
Only 2.
And so then we finally go into that room. Oh no! Before that, I saw this girl in there. I realized this right before we started. I saw this girl in there. I was like, she's beautiful. Oh well, I'm gonna look at my iPad. And then somebody tweeted me. It was like, was that Karrueche sitting down from you? I was like, oh.
Why is that name's out? Karrueche?
Go Karrueche with the chopsticks. Woo!
Is that Chris Brown's ex-girlfriend or
something like that? But I just think
she was just
cool.
there.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I was like,
what
that's
is she
that girl. Remember your sister was like in the room with her too?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jake.
Yeah.
Is she a rapper or singer?
I don't know what she is. I looked at her Instagram, was like, damn, beautiful woman. Yeah.
Karrueche with the chopstick.
And she said important things. But I was just
She asked a question?
I think so.
So
or maybe I'm distant.
You're waiting in the room, and then what happens?
That was it. That was it.
What do you mean? You haven't said the part where you asked the question yet.
Oh. I asked her, okay, so this wouldn't have gone well if Sophia hadn't dressed me for this event.
Oh, yeah, because you had to dress nice.
Yeah. I realized while I was standing around there, I was like, oh, shit, I'm dressed like a fuckboy. But I like it.
Were you wearing a tie or what?
No, she had me buy some khaki pants. When I was a kid, I told myself I would never buy khaki pants. Today, I bought khaki pants. And khaki pants, that's all. The shirt is cool. But the khaki pants really just, like, made me feel so, like...
I go to college.
Yeah. And I used to be like that a lot. And I was like, I never want to be like that again. But I was like, I had my khakis on. I was like, oh, I'm back. I really enjoyed being that person because that's the side of me that I have let go. The side of me that if I had stayed in the Bay and I got around you crazy ass fuckers in LA, I could have been a journalist and been a smart person.
And been staying in khakis.
Yeah. Dude, if I had stayed in the Bay, I swear I would have loved to be the news guy.
Or you would have became like your sister and been a rapper.
I don't think so. I was, I don't know. I think I had to come away from the Bay Area rap scene is so specific.
Yeah.
Like, they don't even know about the shit that everybody else listens to. All they listen to is Bay shit.
I wonder if any Bay rappers who are, like, from the Bay, like your sister, make trap music.
Yeah, I'm sure Bay Area people make trap music now.
Oh.
Probably. When I go back there, I don't hear my sister play very much of that at all.
Yeah, like, I remember even a point where she didn't know Drake.
Yeah, she was like, "What's this, my woes thing?"
Yeah.
I was like, "What?"
Yeah, it's like a whole, and it's not. It's 5 hours away.
Yeah,
she's acting like she lives in a different country.
That's true. This is the same state. I just realized that.
We get the same Twitter feeds and the same Instagrams, and the same Facebooks. We know who Drake is.
We know.
Side note: have you heard of a thing called dank memes?
I hear people say that all the time.
Because I went to SourceFed today, and one of the guys that works there now was telling me about dank memes.
Had to be Spencer. No, it wasn't.
And he said that he thought that was going to be the next big thing. I've never heard of dank memes. I thought he was just saying, like, using the term dank as in, like, cool and regular memes. Yeah. But he was like, no, Google it. It's a specific thing.
There's so many things going on always, so I have no idea.
Who's inventing this shit on the internet?
Everything, like, I'm on camera so much, everything I said, that was the extent.
Like, of your knowledge?
Of my knowledge, yeah. I've said everything I know.
That's all I know. Don't ask questions.
I've said everything I know.
So and then you asked Hilary a question. What happened? Was there like hella security, like machine guns and shit?
I mean, not machine guns, but I don't think so. But like, yeah, I asked her a question.
Was it like she's on a podium and they give you a microphone?
She's in the middle of the room. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I got there early. Once they let us out the room, and I got the opportunity to sit in the front row, and I was like, because I was in college mode, I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna sit in the front row. Obviously, because why would I not? Like, regardless of what you think about Hillary Clinton or any political people, because, like, you know, a bunch of politicians are evil. I just wanted, this is an important person, regardless.
She might be the president.
Yeah, she might be the president. Like, I mean, you can disagree with whoever, but you still need to give him respect. And I was like, I'm going to sit right in the front row, and I'm going to observe her. And I really did. I gave Hillary Clinton my entire attention for who knows how long that was. And I feel like I learned a lot about her.
So did she do a speech?
No, people just asked her questions.
So she came out and said, hi, I'm Hillary. You know that, obviously. I'm going to answer some questions. And people lined up?
People, no, we all sat down, and like a guy came around with a microphone. He did a great job, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Were you nervous?
I am in a constant state of nervousness, so I don't know. But my hands were sweaty.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think I know how to deal with my nervousness now. You just do. Like you just said, you just do it. But like, my body was going through it for sure.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, my hands, my iPad was slipping out my hands. I was like losing, like, but I was like so pumped. Like nothing could tell me that I really wanted to ask her a question. I asked her a question about my mom. I asked her.
Specifically about your mom.
Did you not see the video, dude?
What video?
The video of me asking Hillary Clinton.
No, that's up on the internet already?
Yeah, I'm so pissed I did it for my friends.
What? Was it live stream or something?
I said mommy in front of Hillary Clinton.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What was the question?
I said, I asked her about teachers. What can she do for teachers? I was like, you know, my mommy is a teacher.
What did she flinch? How did she react?
I don't know.
How did she answer?
She answered very well. She talked about a lot of things.
That's got to be scary. Because do they screen your question?
No.
So you could have asked anything.
Yeah.
Was this live streamed to the internet?
Yes, it was. Live on the internet. Darren, I need a medal of honor for not. You know how much I love fucking shit up. I could have fucked this up.
Right.
But I didn't.
Then you would have had treason under your belt.
No, not fuck it up like that, but like fuck it up like You know what? I'm gonna say whatever I want.
Right.
My dream. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna just do it.
So how is she so confident that she can answer your question?
That's what I was saying.
I guess you only can be president if you feel that way.
Yeah. Okay. Like what I'm saying. Like Hillary Clinton has been a politician for over 20 years.
Right.
She knows what she's been doing.
Right. She's been observing.
Yeah.
She's been watching, studying.
Yeah.
Learning.
And it's
doing.
This is something you grow into. Like like the jacket she was wearing was so colorful and something I'd never seen before. Hillary Clinton and all these politicians are artists, and she is I don't think that anyone could say anything to her that she couldn't have a rebuttal to.
She wasn't just wearing like the blue or
No,
gray.
that was the old Hillary Clinton.
Oh, now she's wearing color, huh?
Yeah.
Trying to get the kid vote. Or
That's
what?
honestly,
she's trying to scoop up the Bernie votes.
if that would be smart of her. Yeah. The thing is about this race is like everybody's like, I know everybody here in LA is like, I don't really, okay, I'm gonna just say it. A lot of people out here hate Donald Trump and they don't want him to be president. What we're doing wrong is that we're hating on Donald Trump instead of supporting someone else. In 2008, when Barack Obama got elected, it wasn't because we said, fuck McCain. It was because everybody said, I love Obama. So,
well, that's why it's weird this time.
Yeah.
No, there's no one who everyone is outright supporting.
Yeah, that's why it's super scary.
At least I can't say everybody,
Yeah.
but at least
I've
from
been around.
what I've seen in my Facebook feed and
Yeah.
the people I'm around, there's no one who's like, you know what, I am excited to
Yeah.
go vote for this person.
And here's why I think Hillary Clinton is a genius. All of these politicians are genius because she is going after the youth vote. She is going after millennials. I saw in there a thing that said "Yas" on it. That's so millennial.
What do you mean a thing?
Like a sign. There was like a thing that you could hold up at a photo booth that said "Yas" on it.
Oh God.
And it's because back in 2008, Barack Obama, who made a big win, did it by talking to youth. Exactly the same thing she's doing right now. And I think she learned from losing that time that this is what I need to do this time.
Did anybody ask like either a stupid question or a kind of risque question? Or was everything pretty normal?
Everything was pretty tame. This girl, the very last question, this girl had a long question about like African Americans, and she said that like she was asking her like how can she get the support of African Americans and like because things are bad right now and they never have been good, and Hillary like fucking went on this she went on a long list. She does what you do, details about why she has been supported by the African American community, and I was like, she talked for maybe I'd say, I don't know specifically, I'd say 3 or 4 minutes explaining all the different times in her life that she has been supported by African Americans or supported them publicly. That is such extreme detail. God.
It's like okay, so these answers you have to think about. You can't, like, in normal conversation, you can, for the most part, 99% of the time, get through just your first thought and say it. Don't even think about it, just say it.
Yeah.
But, like, this is to be president. You have to make sure you don't fuck up. This is live stream. Probably millions of people are going to see this.
Yeah.
How do you, like, that's so much pressure. I would fucking shit myself.
And I feel like all these politicians have to have it down because they don't stop. Like, I'm pretty sure she said today, I was in Denver today. I don't know if that was a flub, but she probably was in Denver today. God. Like,
that gotta be like kind of dead inside.
Yeah.
Because that's not like a normal human thing.
But when when you have all that energy and passion, like these people really do care. Their lives are at risk. Their families are at risk. And they still say, you know what? I want to hold that office.
Right. Like, even when Obama goes up there and, like, let's say that a tragedy happens and he gives a speech and he always does a great job. But, like, let's say the fucking tragedy happened an hour ago.
Yeah.
He already has this speech down, like, if he has been practicing for 4 months.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. How is that?
Extreme confidence.
Yeah. And, like, especially at a time like that. Like, how the fuck do you do that?
I have so much respect for all politicians, no matter who gets elected president, because you have to be so smart to be able to, like, you really get people to believe in you. Millions of people. I don't think people are born with that ability. That's something you learn.
I think even if I get to a point in my career where I'm performing in front of 10,000 people, I will never do anything as scary as it would be to be in a presidential debate.
Yeah.
like those debates, that's fuck, that is terrifying. You gotta, one, prove yourself, and two, back your shit up.
Yeah.
And then make sure they didn't dig up some fucking nuggets.
I would shit my fucking pants.
Yeah, imagine them right before they go on stage. What the fuck?
I touched my pocket.
You shit your pants?
Yeah.
I get it.
I was like low-key shitting my pants just having to go to the event.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine having a huge W behind me. Like, this is my event.
Yeah.
I'd be like, one of these fucking millennial bastards better not say shit to me.
Because like it's weird. I think because it is so tense, and it is like it's a serious thing. You're talking to a potential president who might just be the president. So everybody's like, oh, you should have asked this question. You should have really asked the hard hitting questions, and everyone kind of goes to like more safe, intellectual questions, just because like that's respectful and that's what you should do. But imagine if something like today, how they didn't scan your guys' questions. If you threw her like a fucking crazy curveball, what the fuck would she say?
Yeah.
How would they skip you and cut you out of the?
No, it would have happened.
Really, you don't, because like there has to be a delay in the live stream.
They told us to retweet the live stream, so it was real.
But I mean, there's for sure a delay. Like they're not gonna not put a delay.
I mean, there were a lot of cameramen there. I didn't see like one huge setup with like a board. So I mean, it could or could not be. Yeah.
Because that would, man, if you threw her some left ball shit, that would have been.
Man, Hillary Clinton lucky because she followed me on Twitter. I didn't throw her a curveball.
Did she follow you on Twitter?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, a couple months ago. I mean, her team. So I mean, like,
is that when they originally reached out?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Damn. Imagine Obama's team reached out.
I would fucking cry. I mean,
put it out into the universe.
I mean, I just want to meet Obama once. I don't think that I would be super nervous for. Because where I grew up in 2008, like in the fucking hood, he was the man.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Was there anybody that didn't like him?
Yeah. I mean, plenty of people. Like, remember when we went to, that just reminded me when we were in Texas, when we were at whatever bar. Oh, yeah. No, we were not at the bar. We were on that street. And there was that guy walking down the street, and he was just like, fuck Obama. Fuck Obama.
That's like even in like where my dad lives, Colorado.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like I'm not saying it's the majority, but a lot of people expressed that they did not like Obama.
Yeah.
But like in such like how can you hate someone's? I mean, I guess they're running the country, so like you know,
it's easy to.
Yeah, but they have some serious hatred for a person they've never met.
When I was a kid, I remember this very specifically. My sister and I were very young. We must have been like 7 or something. George Bush had just got elected, and I remember her and I were in the car, and we were both saying, "I hate George Bush. I hate George Bush." And then I asked her, I said, "Why do you hate George Bush?" And she said, "I don't know." And then after that, I realized I didn't hate George Bush. Like, it's just like, that's just what politics does to people. It drives them crazy.
Oh, wait, you originally hated him, but then when she questioned it, you were like, oh, I'm not sure.
I was like, who the fuck is George Bush? And then and that's why I started getting into politics when I was younger. And then, like, I know, like, all.
I mean, it's funny because that's the same thing with Kanye or any celebrity. People go, I hate that person, so everybody jumps on the bandwagon. It's like, why do you hate that person? Yeah. Have you listened to anything they've put out? Or, like, the media. I honestly think the media is evil. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm starting to realize that more and more. And not even like, oh, Kim Kardashian, TMZ. Like, I really think like social media is evil. And I had a conversation with a friend today, like how she doesn't like she deleted her Facebook, and she is like, she's going to delete her Instagram as well, just because like, she found herself, and I do the same thing. I'm sure a lot of people do. She found herself, the first thing she does in the morning, she looks at her phone before she even gets out of bed, looks at her phone, checks her Instagram, checks her Facebook, and then is like looking at like, these girls on Instagram, and it's like, oh fuck, they're prettier than me. They're skinnier than me. They look better. And just like, it made her feel like shit. And it's like, it does this to everybody. And it's unfortunate that, and this is just my opinion, it's unfortunate that I need social media in this day and age to have a career as a musician. But it's like, I also fucking hate it. It's like, I don't know how to find that balance.
You got to be real masochistic. What I love about my social media is that it's the one thing that I am in complete control over. I could post my motherfucking dick right now if I wanted to.
Right now.
But like, I think I like to think that I do it differently. I like to think that when I do it, I'm making it for me. Like, what I'm making is, I know I say this often, but this is what I'm going to be scrolling through when I'm on my deathbed.
Well, your Twitter.
No, like everything. All my jokes that I wrote on Twitter, all the jokes I wrote on Facebook when I was a teenager, all my Instagram photos. Like,
if you did post a picture of your dick,
which I would not do,
how many retweets you think?
Like 7. 7 people would be like, yo, man.
How many favorites?
I mean, like 7 million.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
That's a different.
I mean,
that's
I
like a
could
big
if I
ratio
posted
difference.
if I posted in R micro,
Uh-huh.
I think I can like get a lot of points.
I mean, you can jump to the top, but I think a lot of the people in the subreddit would be upset just
Yeah.
because, like, they're rocking a small dick. Or do you think people who are subscribed to our micro are actually people with normal sized dicks or big dicks, but they're just curious about the small dick world?
I have never been that curious. I remember
Me neither.
a lot of people are like super curious about shit, and I'm like,
Well, I'm pretty curious about things, but not
Yeah.
about that.
I'm like
avenue.
scared to Google some shit.
Oh, are you?
Yeah,
I'm only scared to Google things because I don't want to end up on a list.
yeah,
There's like if you type in certain things, there was actually a thing that was on the front page of Reddit at one point, and it was like the worst. I don't know what the website was called, but essentially it was the worst things to Google. And if you click it, it would automatically bring up a website of like how to join ISIS or things like that. And it was
Yeah.
like things that will get you on
Yeah.
the list. I don't.
Oh,
it was probably joking.
I
but-
totally believe it because like I read all the time in the news like things. I remember one time I saw on the TV on the news back when I lived in the Bay. It was like the police were tipped on or the secret service or whoever were tipped on that they found a bomber, and they were tipped on by it because a text message he received that said the cake is ready. How the fuck did they know?
Wait, the
that-
bomber
Yeah.
had a text that
Yeah.
said the cake is
no.
ready?
Okay, so the bomber was talking to another bomber, and he was like, "All right, our code word is gonna be the cake is ready." And I was like, "How the fuck?" And somehow that got them to call him. I was like, "How did y'all know?" Because the government is fucking watching us.
That's weird.
Yeah.
The cake. How would they have put that together?
I have no idea.
Maybe they were watching the text for so long that they
were
like
waiting.
really they were really watching, and like this person used it in such like because sometimes they're not cryptic. People aren't cryptic enough, and maybe they're like, "Hey, so did you get that briefcase? The cake was in there, and the wires are hanging out. So make sure you fix that." And they're just like real stupid about it. Other than that, like, how the fuck would they know that? And also, why would the government or why would the news say that on TV?
You know what? I asked myself that too. I'm like, why do they like? Yeah, I
That
don't
seems
know.
like some movie shit. Are you sure you won't
No,
just
it was
watching
for sure
HBO?
watching news, and it was like New York news.
Oh, really?
How was I watching?
I think you were watching an HBO movie.
It had to be a movie someone was watching, and I thought it was real.
I think that's seriously. My stepdad at one time, there was a fucking movie, I forgot what it was, but in this movie, it's filmed as if it's kind of like real life. And in this movie, this guy's watching TV and he flips to the news and there's like an apocalypse happening.
Yeah.
But the news it's not just a guy watching the news, it's like full screen the news. So it looks just like you're watching, if you turn on your TV now,
Yeah.
watching the news. Well, he woke up and he was like in like a fucking delirious state, just out of it. And he looked at the TV and it was like, there's a fucking apocalypse happening. And he thought the shit was real and he straight up panicked.
No
and, like,
way.
Had a panic attack and like was trying to like figure out how to react. I think like he grabbed his phone and was like gonna call my mom and all this shit.
Wow.
But that can happen. So if that's what you did, I would not be 100% shocked.
I don't know what I would do if I looked on my phone on Twitter and it was like, oh yeah, everything's burned down.
Oh yeah, zombies are around.
I'd
So
be
like
like,
lock the door.
Fuck.
I would. Okay, can I be honest? I'm sad. My family, I hope they lock their doors and they're prepared. But I don't want it to happen now. But I do want some zombie shit to happen in my life.
Hell no.
And I don't want to be too old. I want to make sure I go on all these tours and have a fucking platinum album and then like be good. And then, maybe like when I'm like 39, a zombie outbreak happens. And I want people to, whoever needs some prep time, but I don't care. I want that shit to go down because I want to have some fun. Like to me, it's probably going to end real bad and it's going to be real sad and people are going to die and there'll be a lot of blood and I'll be scared all the time, but that would be fun. Like I did the first part of my life pretty
Yeah.
normal and, I did what I was supposed to do and went to the grocery store and made
Yeah.
sure I budgeted my money.
Yeah.
The other half of my life, I'm trying to slay some zombies.
No thanks.
How's that not sound fun?
I don't like killing.
I don't like killing either, but like the first half of my life, I'm not going to kill. The second half, if it's a zombie, I might get to kill some shit.
I like the things I have. Like, I like going to bed and not like, it's like rarely, I do get scared a lot. I kind of do still think monsters still exist, but like, I never really think a zombie could like come in through my window.
But if you boarded up your room, and
See,
you're
and I
living in
don't
a-
want to board shit up.
But what if you're just living in a real secure place?
I like knowing that if I run outside my apartment complex, I'ma still be like, no one's gonna try to murder me. I
When do
moved
you
out of
ever
Richmond for a reason.
run outside of the apartment complex? You
one
go
time-
straight to the elevator to your car
No, one time I did.
just to kind of check it out.
Yeah, and then Maureen came and then got catacombed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think as long as you have like a weapon or something. If you got,
No.
I mean, zombies in my world, in this world, they walk. They're
Oh, so
real
you
slow.
got? Are they really like really bad zombies?
Oh,
like,
they're bad zombies. Yeah.
Oh.
But like, if there's like 10,000 of them, you're fucked. But if there's like 7 around, you could take them. Like these aren't the running motherfuckers.
And okay, I don't want that like whole one bite shit. I need like no, I don't want any bite and then I turn into a zombie shit.
What? That's how zombies work.
Okay, but if it is a bite, it needs to be like a real like you giving somebody AIDS type bite.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like, oh,
My saliva.
I scratched up next
Yeah.
to you and now you're a zombie.
Like
It's-
fuck.
Like he's gotta rip your arm off, bite your neck,
So
bite
like,
your dick.
what if you meet a girl and she got bitten, like she's in the transformation period, and she's like, "Oh, I want one last banging bang," and then you bang it, and then you become a zombie off that shit.
I mean, you have 35 minutes, so as long as you get it in that mark, you can bang all you want. But don't do it on the inside stuff. You know what I mean? Keep it safe. Wear a condom, because then that's how
That's
you
for
become a zombie.
sure gonna give you zombies.
I mean, and well, you might have a zombie baby, and I don't think you really want to have a zombie baby.
No, that zombie baby might be like cute, and he could communicate between both cultures.
Oh yeah, and if as long as you put like a muzzle on him, it'll be good.
Yeah, he like only flips out at night.
But after he turns 7, you have to murder him.
Yeah, you gotta murder that son of a bitch because he's going bonker.
Because I think zombies actually grow twice the speed of a dog.
Yeah.
Which, dog years are already 7 years.
And
so you
7 to
times
the
that.
7th power is 49
9 minus 3. Hell,
yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
you know what I mean? Here's the first question on Snapchat.
How old is Catacomb?
I thought he literally was just going to yawn and not fucking answer some shit. Catacomb. Good old Catacomb. He's a dog, but he's a smart dog, and I'm learning that as each day goes by because I'm meeting friends' dogs, and they're not as smart. They like to scream and yell and bite things and chew things, and they're just not great dogs.
Big dogs,
and,
yeah.
And Mac is the fucking chillest. Right now, he looks like a little bear in my bed. He is, I believe, 9 years old. I believe I got him on.
How do you know if a dog is happy?
I think if you look into his eyes and really, really feel it, you know what I mean? They could tell you with their body language.
Most dogs won't look you in the eye. I feel like Catacomb is actually one of the few dogs that I know that like will look you back in the eye forever.
I don't think I've ever seen a dog that does that.
Yeah, I've never seen one that does it forever.
I think that is that like a sign of being.
I mean, yeah,
like
he's
autistic.
I forgot that we used to think that they were like Catacomb was like.
Are there autistic dogs?
Yeah, he might be, but like I don't know if it's autism, but like
Maybe it's like anxiety. So he's like 9. He's 9. I think I got him in my senior year of high school. Yeah. Here's the next one.
Boy Lips and Boy Lips Jr., what is something that you are oddly particular about?
everything.
Will really is everything. Anything you can think of, even if it's mundane, that is one of the things Will's oddly particular about.
Yeah, I'm pretty particular about everything.
I don't think am I particular about things? I don't. Can you ask me that question in a different form?
Are there some things that have to be a certain way for you to be comfortable?
Oh, when I was younger, yeah, like it was weird because I was a very shy kid and I had anxiety still, even though I still do. But the anxiety was worse. If I was going to a kickback or a friend's house, I needed to know who was at the party, and if there was more than 2 people there that I didn't know, I felt mad uncomfortable.
What the fuck?
It's very specific. More than 2, but if there was just 2 and I knew everybody else, I was golden. But more than 2, it was like an off balance, and I felt fucking weird. Yeah, and it was something I always had. Anytime I hung out with friends, I'd be like, "Oh, so what are we doing? Cool. So who's going?"
Yeah.
So that's all that's going. That's it. And it was like this very
And you
weird.
had to know. You kept asking.
Yeah, I had to know, but I never told anybody why I was asking. So I would say that is something that I was oddly particular about when I was shut up. Oddly, when I was a kid. But nowadays, no, I don't. Unless you can think of something
I think it becomes with being a man. Like most dads are like I'm fine with anything. You're like, you know, like once you get to a certain age, you're like, anything can happen.
That's also sad, though.
In a way, if you could channel that energy into something great, but yeah.
Yes, I don't think. Is there anything you're oddly particular about, person who asked the question? Let me know. Here's another one.
Hey guys, last time my question made you mad, and I'm sorry for that, but this time I have a real question, and that's, how do you pursue your dreams when it's just you and you don't have anyone backing you up?
That's something I've been actually thinking about right now.
He was naked in his room.
No, he wasn't.
In the dark, yeah. I mean, I didn't see dick, but I felt it. How do you pursue your dreams when no one else is backing you up?
Yeah.
Does that mean
not like that.
Does that mean like support from the friends and family?
I thought he meant more like doing something independently.
What do you mean?
Like you know, there are things you do in groups. Like you're like, okay, let's all collaborate on this, and then things that you do, okay, this is just me.
Like writing a book, or making a movie.
Yeah, like writing a book or making a movie. Yeah.
Okay, so he's saying, how do you stay motivated? Or what was the question?
Yeah, how do you stay motivated? I think I talked about it a little bit on the last podcast. What I was saying about Kanye and how like he when he did that thing with Chance, he didn't need a team of people like to tell him like that he was sounding correct. He really just did it based off his feelings.
What thing with Chance?
Like you told me like the he
the
got
drums.
high and then he went in.
Yeah, the drums.
And I was just thinking about. Remember, I later I think I asked you like months before that, I was like, how are there people who don't need to be told they're doing something right? Like who don't need to. I forget how I phrased it, but
they don't need validation.
No, not validation, but they don't. They're fine with how they do it themselves. They're like, I don't need anybody else's perspective on this. I think I'm right.
Right.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, if you're talking about Kanye, that's just because he has hella Grammys and hella money and hella success.
But like that, I feel like it's got to be more than that. Like he has to have learned in himself how to do it.
I mean, he's also
to be Kanye.
He's also mastered being Kanye and mastered his sound.
And that's what dads have done too. Like dads are like, I know who I am, so you can't do shit to me.
Right. I know exactly how to get to work, and I know all the shortcuts. I don't need fucking waves.
Yeah.
Like, and I know exactly what my
and
kids
that's when
like.
they get shitty.
Yeah. So it's. I mean, really, it's being a mature adult. Maybe not even mature, but just like a grown ass adult. Not a 25, but they're like 30, 32, 35. 40.
I've been like saying this at a couple things, and I think it's like really you need to know yourself, which I know is a thing. It's like I've been learning a lot about myself as of recently, even more than usual, in terms of my body. And when you really know how you feel, it's much easier to do things. But it's so easy to lose track of it.
Is that Hello Kitty on your shirt?
No, this is a heart.
Oh, what's that?
It was a shirt that we sold.
Is that a sad face in there?
Yeah, spoilers.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Is that supposed to be like a surprise?
I think they put this shirt on sale. Yeah.
Oh, it's like a Will shirt.
Yeah.
Oh.
I never really wanted to do this. So. Yeah.
So go get one. All right, go buy a shirt.
I never told anyone to go get one. Even though I was wearing it today, and I was like, you know what? I actually do like this.
It is cool. Did we answer the question?
But my next one. Ooh, wait till my next one comes out.
I don't have. That's a lie. I was gonna say I don't have a problem staying motivated, but that's definitely a lie. I don't have a problem getting motivated. I have a problem keeping the motivation, and it's not really a severe problem, but I can like listen to music. A lot of things that help me get motivated is watching live performances or watching musicians or actors or anybody's interviews. I find it very interesting watching them speak without a script, without a fucking background track, or I just like people organically speaking. That's why I like podcasts. So I really get inspired by that, and like hearing different artists and different rappers or whoever say how they did a certain thing, or how they put together a certain album, or why they wrote a song that way. I think that shit's very interesting, and I can watch it all day. Here's another one.
Yeah, some people are just really good at that.
At what?
At like speaking.
Yeah, some people are very good at it. Here's one from Rick K. Rick K.
Why haven't you worked with me on a song yet?
I don't know who you are. I think that might be the simplest and most honest answer I could give you. Here's another one.
Also, shout out One Time in Boy Lips Jr.
That's not a question. Here we go. You motherfuckers.
I don't know if this is a good idea.
I mean, it's really we're kind of in it already. We gotta keep rocking.
What is your favorite song apart from Chance, Bino, Drake, Kanye, and that stuff?
What song?
What is your? Well, he said song, but what's your favorite music besides what we fucking always talk about?
I mean, actually, I haven't listened to Nujabes in a minute.
Didn't somebody argue with you recently that you're saying it wrong?
Yeah, that happens often.
Is that a common thing?
Yeah, it's Nujabes, Nujabes.
It is a weird name.
Uh-huh.
Is that a popular name?
No, it's
obviously not
the guy's
popular,
actual
but-
name is June Seba, and he put his name backwards and phonetically.
Oh,
So-
shit, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, Japanese people are awesome, man.
Nujabes?
And that's what I've heard. Substantial, the artist who's recorded with him, say his name.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, well,
What kind of music? Is like jazz, hip hop?
yeah, they're two great genres that I love put together.
Is there vocals? I don't remember.
Yeah, on some of the songs.
Is it him?
No, he never speaks.
So he's producing.
Yeah, he's producing all of it. And like the photos of him doing it, it's like he's got on these huge machines and he's like really sampling shit, like off records.
Oh.
Incredible.
Is he dead?
Yeah. Car accident 6 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
He got hit?
I don't know what happened, but yeah.
That's fucking horrible. Dying in a car crash, like that's not something you hear a lot with artists.
Yeah.
Like I thought you were gonna say you overdosed, which was
No,
like that's
something you hear.
That's the shit that always happens. It sucks when it's just like something as stupid as a fucking car crash.
Yeah. Because I just realized just now, who knows how amazing he would have been now.
I mean, wasn't he really good then?
Yeah.
So I always wonder that. So, to tangent off of that idea,
Yeah.
John Bellion released an album, and his production, I think, is incredible. I think he's like so talented, and he has such an interesting and unique style and approach to the way he makes music. And the stuff that he has online from 2 years ago sounds at the same quality as the stuff he just released on his album. And
Really?
that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. I think that he was just as good then, sonically, as he is now. I'm like, do you get to a certain point where I mean, I know you're always learning, you're always getting better, but is there a certain point where the audience who hears only final products can't tell?
I don't know, I guess. Is it really that close?
I've never heard bad production from him.
Yeah, he's really good.
And like some of the stuff is like 2 or 3 years old, and it's like, I know to him specifically, he will listen to that old stuff and fucking cringe. Maybe not cringe, but he will be like, oh shit, if I made that record now, it'd be so much better. But like to someone who only hears the final product, meaning like everybody who consumes his music, I can't tell. You know what I mean? Like I can tell Drake's voice has gotten so much better from now till like when fucking Best I Ever Had came out. But like as far as like 40 goes, I can't tell if 40 has gotten like 50% better, 100% better, or like 2% better. Can you tell? Like his production has always been on point.
I mean, yeah, that's when people are always doing their best.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, like some people hit their best and the new race begins staying at it.
It's us remaining fucking and having quality work.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's something I've always wondered about.
Like the issue that I had with people be like is that for a while I kept telling myself every episode needs to be better and better and better. And I kept trying to raise the production value. And I realized that that's not essentially what made it better. Is I had to get to a certain point where I said, okay, I need to be the best I can do and stay consistent with it. Because it's a completely different art form. That's entertainment, and this is more art. Like you can with art, when you're releasing once every 6 months, you can continually,
Get better.
like progress. I mean, I think I still do. I think I learn
It's
more and
just
more every time I
slower?
do things. Yeah, it's slower.
It's like you won't notice until you watch the videos you're making today in 6 months.
Yeah, and I'll be like, okay, yeah, and I feel like every time I make one, I'm like, okay, well, the next time I can do this faster, and we can do, and we all start working together better. But
Right.
yeah,
Slow process. Don't remember what the question was, but I hope we answered it. Let's do like 2 more and then we'll wrap it.
okay.
Do you like the name Let Go 99 better or more? Or Hey Alex Carter? Who do you think has a better question?
Hey, Alex Carter.
All right, here we go.
Thoughts on Bryson Tiller as a rapper? Lyrics? Flow? Any of it?
I don't know a lot about him.
I don't either. I'll look that up.
We don't.
I know who he is. But
I know who he is too. He has good songs, but I don't know enough about him to give an opinion.
I'll look it up.
I'm sure he's talented. That's why he's pretty popular. He wasn't like a cog in the machine that they built to be very popular. He just got popular because he made good music. So I'd assume that he's very talented.
So, of my group of friends, I'm always the one to come up with ideas. And they say that they're interested, and then they back out. What should I do?
Ooh, I hate that shit.
What does that mean to you?
I mean, just some people don't want to work hard. Some people have ideas, and they.
Well, I'm interested first. How does that compute in your brain? Like, what does that mean to you?
When like everybody's like, all right, let's do something, and then day comes and everybody's like, I don't want to do it anymore.
Oh, like the bell.
Yeah, like bail. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's just like some people don't like. There's some like, especially with ideas. He's like creative ideas. Some people, their creative ideas exist only in their brain, and they're like, I like it there. Some people like I cannot sleep at night because they're in my brain and I need to put them out. And like some people are different.
So it bothers you when
No, I'm over it now. Now I can tell. I can look at somebody and tell. Like I know when people are like, I want to do shit, and some people are like, I don't like to talk about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, what's the giving traits away?
Look me in the fucking eye.
So if they look you in the eye,
Yeah.
you know they want to do it?
And when we're talking about something and they're being serious, Spencer? Spencer's dead serious about all of it. Remember, he has the mentality of someone who's going to succeed.
He's also very intelligent.
Very, very intelligent.
Yeah.
But like people who are like, wishy-washy, like, I mean, which is okay too if you're still learning, but yeah.
I forgot the question. How do you...
When people don't want to do something.
Oh, see, I took it as like when people bail, not a creative thing, but like when I fucking bail on friends all the time when it comes to just hanging out. I do that.
I don't usually bail. I like, I do bail every once in a while, but I usually just don't say I'm going to do it.
So there's like this new thing that I've grown to, and it's called being adult. And what happens when you're an adult, you can do whatever you want. So like when I have friends, when I have friends who fucking are mad because I bailed on a hangout time, I don't care. I honestly don't care. Like I'm sorry that you're sad that I didn't go to that thing that was gonna take up my time. If I wanted to go, I would have gone. I had other things to do. I'm sorry.
Every time the last person I bailed on was Morgan, and I felt very bad about it. It was because I was like literally, I think that time I was like one of those times I got sick, and I like.
But like, why do you feel bad if you're sick? Like,
because
you feel sick.
I love my friends.
No, I'm not saying you don't, but if you're sick, that's a good thing you didn't go because then you would have got her sick.
Yeah. No, I feel like when I'm sick, it's not that type of sick. It's usually my body's dying. Yeah.
Oh, so you're just like fucking drained.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, that's still like I can bail. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I've worked.
I just like I don't want to do that anymore. But I still want to uphold my productivity. That's why I got an iPad.
And that's why you held it all around VidCon.
Yeah, the reason I held it around VidCon was because I lost my phone and I had Wi-Fi in the convention center and the hotel and I was using it as my phone.
Did anyone even question it?
Hell no.
That's what I figured. No one questioned it.
Well, it makes sense. Like,
you could do all the shit.
A lot of people don't realize you can do anything you want in life. Just do it. I want to have my iPad around sometimes.
Why only sometimes?
I mean, sometimes I might not want to have my iPad, but like when I'm like, I'm up, when I want my iPad, I have it.
I like that it doesn't even have data. It doesn't have service.
No, it's all about me in it.
What does that mean?
I mean, I just put my ideas in it.
So if you jot an idea down.
Yeah. It's like, that's what it's really for, is like, I feel like it's just like the notes and everything, like you can record your voice. It's just like, it's like my laptop, except hella portable. It can't like do shit like,
So I remember when I was in high school, not when I was a senior, but like when I was like in 11th grade, that's when iPhones started coming out. Was it 11th grade? No, way before that. What am I talking about? It's like, what was it? Like fucking 9th grade?
When iPads came out?
iPhones.
Oh, iPhones 2007 or 6.
Okay, so it was when I was like in 11th grade, 10th, 11th grade. And one dude had one, and he must have had like a rich family. And I remember asking if I can see it, just because like I never had held one before. And I saw that, you know, obviously saw them in commercials or what have you, but never actually saw one in person. And a kid, he was so stingy with it, and like would not let me touch it. And actually kind of like put it in his pocket after he saw that I looked at it, because he maybe thought I was gonna fucking steal it or some shit. But now everyone has an iPhone.
Yeah.
Now if
Here.
like, why would you want it? You don't need to see this because you have one, or you know exactly what it does.
You know what's in it. That's what they're
Back
great
in the
at.
day, this shit used to be fucking gold.
Yeah.
And now it's just normal. It's like
And
having
honestly,
a pencil.
here in LA, a lot of people have iPhones. Once again, back in the Bay, a lot like outside of San Francisco, not everybody out there is
That's
like
true. Some people still have fucking flip phones.
yeah and shit.
Wow, and that's just okay.
But here, like in our industry, where everything is based on recalling.
What do you mean
it's-
recalling?
Like, you know, this is the photo of what happened.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
the video of what happened.
I'm gonna post the shit
Here's
that
a
just
tweet
happened.
about what just happened.
Yeah.
You know, we're not very present here.
Yeah.
So
Wow. Yeah. 'Cause some people they're living in a different time.
yeah, and it works if you're naturally nostalgic. I've always had a camera on me before iPhones.
Really?
Yeah, I always had like a video camera or something, or my like a T3i or
You would
whatever.
even take it
Nah,
outside?
I mean that was after iPhones, but like yeah. I mean I would do. I have like countless home movies and shit of me like dressing up in karate suits and like doing bullshit.
See, I wish I used to film fucking so many like home movies.
Yeah.
I would make like horror movies with my cousins and stuff, but I moved so many times. All that shit is probably in the trash.
Yeah.
It's gone for sure.
My shit's gone for sure, and it's also on like mini DV.
I'm really sad that that's gone, because that stuff would be amazing to look at.
Yeah. Even though I had a couple of them where you could like record to cassette and then put that into a VHS and then put that into a VHS player.
That sounds too complicated.
Yeah. That's when you had to do the editing live. Like, you know, you were like, all right, now everybody move over there.
Yeah. You know, those clips that my aunt showed me, that I
Yeah.
showed you guys, and I said things that are not good to say anymore.
Uh-huh.
That is weird for me to look at. That's a person I don't remember.
Yeah. Do you I've just realized that, do you remember at that panel I made that joke? I was like, some words you can't say anymore or not okay to say anymore.
I don't think I was there for that.
Oh, well, that was me thinking about you.
Did you just randomly think about that?
Yeah.
Or did it correlate with what was happening?
No, I don't think it did correlate. Something happened and I was like, yeah, I don't even remember.
It's weird because I knew before watching those clips, I'm making it sound like I was very awful. But before watching those clips, I remember, like, you know, back in the day, people said words and it wasn't that big of a deal. I just didn't remember how not big of a deal it was until I heard that. I was like, oh shit, because it like just hearing that clip, it really brought me back to like when I was a kid. It like I like had a fucking That's So Raven vision, but about the past. And I was like, oh shit, like my uncles and all that used to always say like inappropriate shit all the time, but it was like such like a joke. And now I'm like, God damn, like if people do that these days, it's like that's very ignorant. And
I
very,
grew up never saying any curse words. You know, I didn't start saying shit till recently, and once I knew what they meant. And
oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I didn't know what the fuck I was saying.
That's why I feel like I'm so much badder. I'm like, I'm so fucking,
because you mean it.
I know what I'm saying,
Right.
But like, I've absorbed too many fucking comedians who say whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, an 8-year-old doesn't know what
No.
they're talking about. But I think we answered enough questions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to sleep because I have to wake up real early.
Yeah.
Anything you need to say?
You know, it's all about 1, 2, 3. Can I get back to pee?
Make sure you go on iTunes and review the podcast. All right, share it with a damn friend. Tell them that there's a podcast called She Didn't Text Back, and they don't really talk about much, but for some reason you can't stop listening. All right, July 15th, I'm releasing an EP and shooting the music video this weekend. It should be fun.
I was trying to do a Snapchat, but it never loaded.
Good night, Mommy. I know you're listening.
That was a HeadGum podcast.